Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speaker Focus platform. I'm Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of Speaker Focus. We are doing it for the first session of 2021, doing some big things. Auston Troyer, CTO, we are so happy that we survived another year and we are into a brand new one. As we're waiting for the group to fill up, don't forget to use the raise hand feature if you have any questions. I am super excited about so many things that are happening on the Speaker Focus platform. And, as we are starting a brand new year, I just had so many things that are going through my mind about what is happening, not only in the world of business, how, we are forever growing on the Speaker Focus platform. We have some wonderful things. I love it when we got a chance to go through our planning period last October, and we even added some new pieces. We got a chance to build some great relationships. It's going to be very beneficial for our platform, for Speaker Focus, to allow us to grow, even bigger than we did in 2020. It's amazing, when you put together a platform that is all about nonstop learning, continuous education, and it's all about growth. And you taking the time to build a platform with meaningful content, like all of you are doing with the start of your signature programs, and creating sales tools that's really going to resonate with conference coordinators and meeting and event planners. So the way I'm feeling at the top of 2021 is, I'm feeling very bullish, you know, and because the market I mean, it is just dripping with opportunity. And just like when the stock market is bullish, and there's opportunity in abundance, and that's how I'm feeling about not only the Speaker Focus platform, but I'm feeling that way about the speaking industry in a whole as well. We're going to be sending out some notifications to our platform of how we're going to make the platform better. We will be upgrading some modules by mid-January. This is going to create an even better learning experience. And, we want you to win. We want you to be profitable. We want you to win. We also want you to learn the business. Keep in mind that as much as you advance in your speaker business, it all comes back to simplicity. The more simple you make your programs to understand, the more money you're going to make in this industry. And as I am, my life has changed every day. And it's amazing when you think about growth, when you think about growth that you're capable of achieving on the platform. I mean, it literally humbles you every time you hop on a call with another business professional and you see the things that they're involved in. I may be the missing piece, but a lot of you are missing pieces to what me and Auston are trying to accomplish, operating a multi-billion dollar brand. The money's there for you to be able to generate. That is a fact when it comes to speaking. What the pandemic has done in 2020, it changed the game in so many good ways, because it gave you, the speaker, you should be looking at yourself as a content producer, a multimedia conglomerate. You are a content producer. That's really what you are. What does a speaker have to come up with? Content. They have to create curriculum. They have to design signature programs. You're going to keep redesigning signature programs as your speaker business grows. You're going to get bored with what you're speaking about. You're going to look back over some things, and I mean, do you want to keep doing the same old thing? I mean, I know, the strategies and the systems and the techniques and the processes and the steps, those things never change. Those are time-tested, proven results that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. They will be around for thousands and thousands of more years. What changes is the content. Your content is forever changing. And so you should be putting yourself in a situation where you are constantly thinking of new ways to produce content and do better. And when you're able to produce more content, when you're able to produce content that's going to reach people and it's really going to touch their lives, then you know you're really on to something. So, you know, don't be afraid to experiment with different photo shoots. Don't be afraid to experiment with different things that you're posting on your social media. I mean, if you weren't posting anything on your social media in 2021, the question is, why not? If you, the thing is, if you were constantly in a situation where you are posting the same thing, then it's time to change it up. You know, this is the beginning. The beginning means that this is a reset. And I'm not talking about you people that, you know, are going to come up with some New Year's resolutions, like going to the gym or stop smoking or whatever it is you think you're going to do. And then you're not going to stick to it. I mean, real change happens because it's part of a lifestyle. So you have to make speaking part of your lifestyle. And if this is a lifestyle change, like last year, I lost 20 pounds. It's a lifestyle change for me, you know? So with that being said, if anybody has any questions, you know, let's go. This is what we're here for. Every single Monday, the floor is open to ask these questions and for us to be able to provide the support that you need in order to keep growing your speaker business at a nice, steady pace. So if anybody has any questions, now's the time. Let me see. Brian, I think that might be Brian Rehorn. Tacey Jenkins is up next. I'm sorry. Well, Brian, ladies always first. I saw both the hands kind of go up at the same time. So, Tacey, you're on Speaker Focus platform. How are you?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't see you, but I can definitely hear you.
Happy New Year's and happy holidays to everyone.
Absolutely. Happy happy holidays and happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. My question would be, because I haven't been on, believe it or not, it's a new year. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I keep having these things come up.
I can hear you, Tacey. It's okay. Go ahead. Continue your question.
Um, and it's ironic to me. It's ironic to me that this is a new year. And my old year has, in all sense of the form, passed away. So this is our first Monday meeting. I haven't been on in a good month, and I am sitting at a desk in my new apartment, getting things together.
Okay.
So my question would actually be, with the pandemic situation, do you think that there's still um, a high possibility of getting the clients? Because so many, I know here, I'm in California, so many companies are leaving California. Small and large corporations are leaving and going to Texas, they're going to Arizona. So my question would be, just, do you think that there's going to be a need for us? I know, probably not that harsh. I know there's going to be a need for us. For me, with me wanting to go with the AB 123 law that we have, which involves discrimination and work, the work environment. I wanted your opinion on whether you think it's going to stay weak.
Okay.
Because right now here it's weird here.
Okay, well, that's a fair question, Tacey. And my answer to you would be this. When we first started with the pandemic, you know, anytime you go through something that you've never been through before, obviously it's going to make people skittish. And everyone had a great deal of concern about how they would be moving their businesses forward, what was going to happen to every industry. But what we've done and what we've seen is that the speaking industry is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and it is a huge machine. You have a lot of things that get impacted, from the banquet and catering department, from the booking of the venues, of the travel, obviously, to the speaker budgets, and you know from the gift bags, and every component of doing an event. And so what happened is the conference industry was a lot like the airport. The airport never ever closed. Not one day did the airport close. It slowed down almost to a standstill. A lot of flights were canceled, but the airport never stopped. And now what you started to see happen was that as states were, I mean, it's been like a yo-yo. Some states have gotten better with stage one COVID, two, three, four, and then it died down, and then it's another resurgence, and then this is going to keep happening until that vaccine gets rolled out, and they get it under control for once and for all. I mean, plan on hunkering down for at least another year, in my estimation. But what I saw, and I can say I lived through the first year of the pandemic successfully, and our business grew successfully. We learned how to launch different products successfully. We learned how to do a lot of things because we were ready for the pivot. We didn't get caught with our pants down, so to speak, and got put in a very embarrassing situation where we couldn't generate any revenue. So that's part of it. Now, and then the other part of it is that a lot of businesses, definitely, just like uh, any other, I'm going to say, event. Pandemic is an event. A bad economy is, some of these things happen, and they make the economy take a bad turn. And those things do have an impact on some businesses more so than others. Look at this, is the only thing that happens, Tacey, and this is a mindset, right? I don't care where you are right now. I know that you're a positive person. I don't care what your set of circumstances are. If you know you're meant to speak, then we can't let anything get in the way of that. Because this is the facts. What I learned: when it's your time, and it's your time for your speaker business to be right there where it needs to be, and you get this knowledge, the universe is going to conspire and be on your team to ensure that you have the revenue and anything else that it takes to keep you in the game. So the only thing that happens during a you have any type of catastrophic event that impacts the world, like the pandemic, the only thing happens is a wealth shift. The companies that are ready and prepared, guess what? They get more than lion's share. Same thing with the speaking industry. And Tacey, I'm fortunate because I run a highly successful sales funnel, and we create millions of branded impressions. We generate massive amount of revenue every single year. I'm able to be on the front lines. And Brian, I'll be right with you, boss. I appreciate your patience, but I need to address this because, the beginning of the year is no time, Tacey, to be retreating from your goals. You got to double down on your risk when you think everything is going to hell and falling apart. And this is exactly what these companies understand, that when you have a catastrophic event, and it looks like it's not going to get turned around, that's when there's the biggest opportunity to create wealth. It's like buying an underpriced stock. Everybody's going to say, oh, you shouldn't get in the stock market right now. But then there's all kinds of companies that are at the same stage that Amazon was 10, 15, 20 years ago, right now. Now it's your job, if you are a stock market person, to go and find the underpriced stock where you can pick it up for $2. And one day it's going to be worth 200,000 per share instead of $2 per share. Well, it's no different in the speaking industry. Like right now, last year was the time to pivot. See, when March rolled around, people weren't ready for the pivot. April rolled around, it was still a lot of people. People went the whole year, they still weren't ready for the pivot. The ones who see, when you stand on the front lines of the war, like me and Austin are every single day, we talk to other people that's in the tech world like us in Silicon Valley, people that Auston has built relationships with. He talks to these people every day. We had to invest money ourselves into higher level coaching to keep us in the game, to help us pivot. Tacey, we didn't know how to pivot successfully all by ourselves. But just like how me and Auston perhaps have more information than you about the speaking industry, and we're helping you get through it, helping you pivot, empowering you with educational resources, we had to go get some educational resources on our own, and that helped us out tremendously. It didn't keep us in one category. And when you get stuck like that, it doesn't make it possible for you to grow. Now, let me put a cherry on top of everything I just said. All the pandemic did was give you, the speaker, more avenues to launch and place your content. All these social networks. You have a brand new platform, I think came out last year. Everybody's talking about. It's called Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a place where, you know, you can get on there and you can develop an audience and you can just deliver your expertise. People are raving about this platform. One of my coaching students just texted me about it, like not even 30 seconds prior to our Monday group call. So what's happening is, you now more so than ever, we don't have to wait for anybody to create opportunity for us. This is what the technology is all about. This is the reason why me and Auston are doubling down on our investments in the tech space. It's the reason why we have eliminated anything that doesn't have to do with technology. I am going to rely more heavily on technology in this new year right here to create a better learning experience for our students. And the people who are into that are the ones that are going to get the lion's share of the money. Now, you got to learn the game first. And I think that, no, I should say, I believe that everybody who's still freaking out from the pandemic, your shell shock days should be over.
Over. Yeah.
There's not anything that they can tell me about the pandemic that I haven't heard prior to. Okay, I did hear something new in the last 2 weeks. I heard that there's a different variant.
Oh, yeah.
Started in the UK, and they don't know if it's contained, and people have traveled. Well, guess what? That's what happened in the beginning. So that's not really anything new. You have to ride it out and make the best of it. Be prepared to go the rest of this year until it's over. But when you can book engagements, and there is a buying frenzy of conference coordinators who are booking speakers because they realize, I don't know when this thing is going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Tacey, unless Jesus Christ himself comes down here and taps somebody of power to be on the shoulder and say, look, I'm going to give you the information, and this is the day. You don't have the day when it's going to be over.
Right.
So why don't you hunker down like you're doing for the winter? I know you're in California, so you may not know anything about like cold weather unless you were born there. But
born in Detroit.
Okay, well, you already know when the winter comes, you need to get ready for a long winter. That's what I'm doing right now. Listen, take it one day at a time, one season at a time, Tacey, and just empower yourself with the skills that you need in order to grow your speaker business. Now, you emailed me something that was rather of a sensitive nature, so we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah,
but I will email you back, and we will figure out a way to keep you in the game and help you out as much as possible. We'll deal with that. Let's say probably I'll respond to it tonight, and we'll set up a time to talk. Okay.
Thank you, because I would like to talk to you. Not, go ahead and email me, but I'd like to talk to you too.
No problem. We'll set up a time for a short call so we can clear the air.
All right. No problem. Thank you. I'm not hanging up.
You're very welcome. I believe in you. All right. Know that. All right. Put your mute back on, Tacey, and then Brian.
Mute back on. Okay. There it is.
Brian Rehorn. I believe that's Brian Rehorn. Is that Brian?
Yeah, it's me. How you doing?
Brian, Happy New Year to you, boss. I'm doing super fantastic, man. I feel so, listen, I got a chance to rest, got a chance to spend some time with my family, and after we got on each other's nerves, I'm ready to work.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, this is what happened.
I just picked up My photos from the photo shoot on Saturday.
Nice. I can't wait to see him, bro.
What I want to do is I want to figure out how to send them. I have them on a flash drive, okay? But I guess my statement is not question. I want your professional opinion of the quality of the photos. I mean, I like them, but there's just something, I don't know if I should continue with this one, stay with this one. I mean, you have more experience in this, and that's what I'm looking for. The experience of your knowledge with photos, so to speak. If I'm saying, it's not that I'm not going to use them. I just want to know if I should continue to keep using this photographer, because I come up with a plan of by April or May, I want to open this business up, whether this accident case is going to materialize or not.
Got it. Okay. All right. So Brian, the first thing I would say is this, and Tina, I'll be right with you. I see your question in the chat. If you could just, if you're in a position where you can talk, then I'd like to be able to address that question. I think it'd be a great question for the rest of the platform to learn from as well. But if you're not at a location where you can talk, me or Austin will either respond to through the chat. Okay, Brian. So here's the first question. Did you have a good shoot with your photographer? Did they have good energy? Did they have you laughing? Do you feel like you work with them pretty well?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Comfortable. Okay. Because typically a good photographer, they know how to get the most out of highlighting the very best qualities that you have. And okay, so obviously you used a professional photographer with a DSLR camera. There's a lot of different, obviously, different resolutions, different cameras. Obviously, the more money you spend on a camera, I can tell you this, the better quality the pictures are going to be. I don't know what kind of quality they're using, but let's just say this, Brian, you paid for the photo shoot. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then we're not wasting money. I don't care what the photos look like. If you say you like them and we paid for them already, we're going to use those photos in some kind of way. This is what we're going to do. I want you to remember this. Start where you are. So whatever the best photos, there's two ways to do it, Brian. You can either give me access to I don't know how many, let's say they took 50 pictures. You can give me access to the link that opens up all the thumbnails and I can go through them. What I'd like to do is you choose the best ones that you feel like that are that show you in the best light that you feel like. Brian, I always try to get some female feedback on a picture that they feel like would be, best to represent your business. Any females that you have that are professional, just say, hey, I got 5 photos. Would you pick the one that you feel like that you like the best, that shows me in the best light as a business professional? And then if you get, let's say everybody, you got 10 people to select photo number 3, then go with photo number 3. I'll tell you the best ones. You can send them over to me. I'll definitely give you some feedback on what you're supposed to be doing as far as placing the content. Take those photos and then post them up on your social media, and then start utilizing your phone to take selfies and produce more content and start dropping some videos as well, which you told me last year you were going to start doing. Is that correct?
Yes. I got selfies. I haven't posted anything as of yet, based upon not putting anything out there as a result of that accident case, because I'm not supposed to be starting another business.
Okay. Now that makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of people on our platform that are currently in litigation right now, or they have a situation with their job where they cannot post a lot of content right now. But I suggest that you just keep posting content and save it, right? Because later down the line, when this is all over, you will be in a situation where you're still going to have that content as well. But definitely, man, send over the pictures, either email them to me. I don't know if you want to necessarily upload all of them through school, but send me the ones that you feel like are the best ones, and I'll go through and we'll get all this stuff together.
I'm at a point now, Kevin, where this accident case, I feel like it's a lot of money. I've been waiting 4 years, but it's like holding me back. So if I can go make $1 million in 2 years from here, why am I trying to hold on to 500,000 for? you
Yeah.
know, holding out for 500,000.
Well, the thing about it is that it's going to be over. And I know too many people close to me that have been through litigation and that actually have their cases settled, still have cases pending, started a brand new case, and that may take another 5 years. So
Oh man, I hear you, because now I gotta
hang
go.
in there, bro. You hang in there. I've had to go through it a couple times, you know, in real estate. It's taxing, you know, you got to see, is it going to be worth it? So the
Right.
same thing I told Tacey. Remember, Brian, this is what new beginnings are all about. This is why we're all blessed to take breath at the beginning of another year. It's a long process for us getting to where it is that that we have to be to grow our business ultimately. I mean, let me tell you something. Me and Austin had to go back to the bottom of the hill because it's a brand new year. We have new things on our plate. We had to eliminate a lot of stuff. We had to refine some processes. You're going to see it in the Speaker Focus platform. All of the modules are getting ready to get upgraded. Every single module is going to be brand new with new content. So, and the reason for it is because we're creating a better learning experience. These things take time, bro. So your patience gets tested when you realize that, okay, I'm sick of this lawsuit. I want to go out and speak. Remember, just focus on one thing at a time. The thing I love about you is that you're scratching another thing off your checklist. Now you don't have to worry about pitches. Whatever the next thing is on your checklist that you need to be focusing on, that's what you should be focusing on.
Right. Yeah, I'm there. That's already started. Actually, I'm refining that. Yeah, I'm refining that before it goes out, and that'll be out by Wednesday.
Got you. Okay. All right. Did you have any other questions?
No, that's it. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, boss. Hey, make sure you stay in contact, man. It's always great to hear from you. Focus on the next thing, and please keep me abreast of what's going on.
Okay, I
All
will.
right.
You got it.
Progress is still progress, bro. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, let me see. Tina, appreciate the response in the chat. I'm not in a conducive. Okay, so Tina says she's not in a conducive space. So I'm going to ask the question that Tina just put in the chat, and then I'm going to address it. Okay, what is the proper protocol to make the virtual event more personal and interactive for the conference attendees? Okay, so if you're doing a virtual event, which conference coordinators don't really have a choice. Okay, understand this. If they told every one of us that, think about your food that you eat and the restaurants in your area and the takeout, the curbside. Think about how many people didn't have takeout or curbside, but that's all they do now because they won't let you in to eat. Some cities, they will let you in. I know in our area by the beach, they'll let you come into the restaurant. You can enter into the restaurant with your face mask on. When you sit down at the table to eat, you can take the face mask off. If you have to get up and go to the restroom, you put your face mask on. Walking on the way out of the restaurant, you put your face mask on. So everybody has had to adapt. Think about your speaker business the same exact way of proper protocols for virtual events. Okay, if I'm a conference coordinator, listen to me carefully, because the only thing that matters in our industry is the conference coordinator. If I am a conference coordinator and you have literally cut off all of my avenues on site, I have these restrictions. I have people that are not comfortable coming to on-site events. By the way, there are tons of conference coordinators who are still booking conferences through the pandemic. If your city allows you to fill up a room, again, it's just not at max capacity. Look at what's happening with the NFL. They're even letting fans back in the stadium. Look at some of the games that happened over the weekend. They weren't at max capacity, but they're letting some fans back. The NBA in some select cities are letting some of the fans back, maybe like 1,500 fans spread out throughout the entire stadium and practicing social distancing. When you realize that they are literally cutting your money off. Now, if you aren't making any money, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. But working speakers, working coaches and consultants and service providers and subject matter experts and leading authorities and specialists and trusted advisors, they're not going to let nothing happen to their money. You got to fight to stay in this game. So therefore, the conference coordinators have had to fight to protect their membership and the constituency and the information that they have to deliver on these platforms. Now, so instead of, okay, watch this, the beautiful part about the internet, the beautiful part about the world that we live in of technology right now and all these platforms. I said this on one of the master classes I taught last year. You have at least 7 to 10 main platforms right now that the conference coordinator can go to that will literally facilitate their entire conference and have the same success ratio as if they were doing a big conference at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, period. So now you're going to go to these online platforms. They're going to take a cut, and you're going to have to hire your speakers. Well, what's the difference? You still got to hire the speaker, and speakers do not have to take less just because you're doing a virtual event. See, if you're ignorant to the facts in your mind, if you think that you should be taking less just because you're delivering an online event, you are diminishing your value. You clearly are not on the Speaker Focus platform, because we're not teaching you any of that type of shit on this platform at all. You should not be lowering your fee just because it's online. Who is the one delivering the value? What have I been talking to you about for months and months and months? The value is the value is the value. So you are now the conference coordinator. If you have been forced out of or cut off from delivering on-site presentations, nobody's being cut off from online. You don't see the food service people saying, "Oh, you can't order anything online." No, you can't get your food. The grocery store has delivery service. They'll bring it to your house now. Or everybody has an app to make it possible for you to do business with them. I don't want to hear it. If it's not an app, it's because they're old school. They're stuck in the Stone Ages and they have not leveled up. They haven't pivoted. See, we don't even need to use words like that anymore in 2021. If you haven't pivoted by now, there's something wrong with you and your business model, and you are left in the dust. But these conference coordinators out here, everybody at the end of the day, everybody got to put food on the table. And you can better believe I'm going to have something in the kill zone so I can feed me and my team. Now, if you're not thinking that way, then you're not going to make any money in this business. But you have content that the conference coordinator has now created an explosiveness of online platforms. And each of these companies and these conference coordinators and these leadership youth coordinators, these church groups, everybody does everything online. And if you are not in the frame of mind where you don't want to do business with people that are online, then you won't have a speaker business. So get it out of your mind that the on-site is now the backup. It is not the primary. The virtual is the primary, except for those conference coordinators who are going to tell you straight up, hey, listen, KTR, we're thinking about booking you at a speaking engagement in India coming up in, I believe it's March or April. A couple other my coaching students are going to be doing the event with me. Now, they're talking about the event's going to be online because no one can come to India because they're very restrictive there right now with doing an on-site event. So now I'm going to open up the platform for me to be able to create the best opportunity I can to speak in India. So when people want me to come speak, I am getting these opportunities open up online because that is our only option in some cases. So if that is in fact the case, let's go back to Tina's original question. Then that was, what is the proper protocol for to make the virtual event more personal and interactive for the conference attendees? Well, first of all, it starts with a great presentation. Simplicity is the key. White space is your best friend. You have to have a great presentation. Now, if you don't know how to create PowerPoint slides, then you need to learn. And you should be spending some time in Google Slides. If you're not getting ready to deliver your presentation online, you have to be prepared. And how do you make it interactive? Well, keep it fun. Don't be boring. You know, vocal dynamics is very, very key. The art and science behind delivering a message, which we talked to you about in module number 2, really keeping the presentation fun, interactive. Authenticity is really, really key. You have to act like there is an audience in front of you. And the way you do that is through physical animation, through your vocal dynamics. Make the presentation move. Don't just sit there. Interactive for conference attendees. You have to make it fun. So I always utilize what I call a participant-centered learning style. Participant-centered learning has been around for ages. It's engaging, it's interactive. You're going to utilize exercises. You're going to do a Q&A. Q&As are extremely fun for your audience. So remember, all you're doing is you're delivering content on different platforms because we literally are forced to do it. If we got to be forced to go curbside pickup to get our food, if we're forced to practice social distancing when we go to the grocery store, or some people are like, oh, we can bring your groceries out to the car. Any kind of way possible for you to get your food, I'm telling you that it's available. Well, speaking is the same way. Online, it is possible for you to deliver value in your content in a multitude of ways. Our job is to help you find those in Module 5 through building an automated marketing machine that's running 24 hours a day. We have free organic outreach strategies that we teach you, and we have paid traffic that we teach you how to attract as well. Now, when you're getting these conference coordinators, it all boils down to the same thing. What is the value in your messaging that you can deliver to a conference coordinator? First of all, a lot of you, when you get good at attracting the conference coordinator and you start talking to a lot of them, you're going to start learning how this industry is thriving. And you won't be as concerned about where you're going to get the bookings from. The concern is not where to get the bookings. The concern is, have you built a marketing machine to start attracting these conference coordinators so you can start having a conversation with them, a proper needs assessment before you can earn the booking? You don't get speaking engagements, you earn speaking engagements. You do that by having a proper marketing machine set up, which is what we teach you how to do in Module 5. Listen, if you're not spending all the time in the world in module number 5 in 2021, I don't know what you're doing with your time. That is where we teach you how to get the money. So Tina, I feel like if that was a proper answer to your question, please let me know. Let me see. Thank you as well, Tina. Appreciate your dedication as well. Okay, Michael said he had to roll out the bell early, take my niece to a youth group. Love you all and wish you all success and a happy new year. Michael, happy new year to you as well. We're going to be winding down the group call if I don't have any more questions. Those are some great questions, by the way. Glad everybody had the opportunity to ask me some things tonight. Remember, tonight is all about new beginnings. It's all about being able to take your speaker business to a whole nother level. I don't need to try to act like this is something brand new that we're doing on the Speaker Focus platform. Remember, I want to leave you with something, unless I have another question. Remember that the steps, the action steps, are what this program is all about. The techniques, the strategies, the tools, the all of the processes, the system that you follow, those are things that are time tested and they will never, ever change. That is where you get the consistency from and the predictability, because we're teaching you how to operate a system that never, ever changes. The variables that are going to change is the creative. So the creative always changes. What is the creative? A new photo shoot is going to change. A new way you write copy is going to change. And when I say change, I'm just talking about there's all kinds of different ways you could present your content. There are all kinds of different platforms. I mean, you have, TikTok is an emerging platform with underpriced attention. Auston is going to be bringing some new information to you about how you can manipulate that later down the line. We're also upgrading Module 5 to incorporate new strategies we just learned about YouTube. YouTube is a lot more profitable. It's a blue ocean when it comes to speakers marketing themselves through YouTube, because speakers rarely don't do that. You know what speakers do? A lot of begging on social media. This is my email address. This is my website. This is my picture. Here's my telephone number. Hire me to speak. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You should be building relationships. When the conference coordinator actually schedules a call with you, you're going to have all the leverage. So you should be learning how to schedule calls, set up your marketing, set up your automation. So the conference coordinator is trying to get on your calendar. You're not trying to get on theirs. They're trying to get on yours. Why? Because you have value. Where are they going to find the value from? Everything you posted on your social media, everything they see in your speaker info kit, everything they see on your website, everything they see on your YouTube channel for your speaker video demo. And then you can do less talking. You can do less talking and booking more strategy calls. That way, you're going to be talking to conference coordinators every day, and you're going to start hearing with your own ears, oh, it's really bad in our city. We're not able to book anything. But we are thinking about, hey, we got a conference coming up 6 months or 8 months from now. We want to think about you for that conference. Now you're building relationships. You're planting seeds every single day. Just because you don't get a sale today does not mean that you're not still growing your business. A lot of you need to smarten up with the way you look at growth and development of your speaker business. And stop trying to take the easy way out and really get in there and do the work. And listen, I don't care how much you want to try to rush getting to market. The more you know about your business, the more you're going to be able to explain it so you can train up your team. The more you're going to be able to explain it to the conference coordinator about what it is that you do. Now, if you want to pawn that off on somebody else who is uneducated about your brand, after we're teaching you how to articulate everything the right way, I don't know why you would want to reinvent the wheel after I spent years in tears, blood, sweat, just in frustration. I don't know why you would even want to do that to yourself. It's the beginning of the year. No matter how much you want to rush it, please take the time to go over the modules and do the work. Do the action steps, and then eventually it's going to be down the road waiting for you. Success is going to be down the road waiting for you. Let me see. Austin, Austin, I think you got your mute off, bro. No, I muted you. Don't worry about it. Let me see. Somebody has a question. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, Tina just said have a phenomenal week to everybody. Okay, so as we are wrapping up the Monday group call, always remember this: there is a brand new opportunity for those who are thinking that the speaking industry is dead. You are sadly mistaken. What COVID did was created a jailbreak. Conference coordinators need content. They need quality speakers to address their audience. They are still, if you look at it, I know it's sickening, but every time you turn around, you're seeing, oh, we got this online summit. We got this online conference. And then they create a graphic and all these speakers' faces are tatted all over there. You think those speakers are speaking for free? You better think again, especially when you see a high fee speaker, or you see a speaker that is very popular. These people run a business. They got to get stuff they got to get things right in the kill zone to put food on the table. And this is how you need to start looking at this if you really want to have success in this industry. This is about mental endurance. For those Michael Jordan fans out there, the delusional ones that don't understand why LeBron James is the best basketball player ever created by God himself in the history of the world, is that LeBron James won a title, 2 titles out of the 4 that he's won in the most difficult time ever. His team was the first ever to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. That's never been done before. When you are down 3-1 in the finals, they just simply write you off. It's damn near impossible to come back. That's why it's only been done 1 time. Who was able to do that? LeBron James. And the other time was through the pandemic. Do you realize you have basketball players that were suffering from depression Paul George just got a brand new contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George was in a depression when he got inside the bubble. He couldn't even perform properly on the court, and he wasn't the only one. This is the reason why you saw the stronger, the mentally tougher teams that have that mindset, like a Pat Riley or Eric Spoelstra from the Miami Heat. Bam just got a brand new multi-crazy, ridiculous $100+ million deal, right? So these teams are mentally tough. That's how you had to survive in a bubble. There was no traveling, going back and forth. You couldn't have your family in there. Look at the mental anguish that these players were up under. But yet and still, LeBron James comes out victorious again. This is what's happening with speaking, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how much you're in your house or how depressed you are or how you think that there's no opportunity. You should be focusing on building your speaker business, and the rest is going to take care of itself. Because if you're going to keep listening to the news and all the other negative BS that's going around in the world, let me tell you something. The pandemic is not new anymore. If this is new to you by now, you're not looking at it the right way. If you haven't decided that you wanted to pivot by now, maybe you're never going to pivot. And I'm not talking about the people on our platform. I'm talking about the people who are looking at this video, maybe on YouTube right now or something, and you are still thinking that, oh, nobody's booking speaking engagements. Smarten up. Stop talking about stuff that you don't know about. You a CDC expert all of a sudden? You know when the pandemic is going to be over? I don't. You know when the vaccine is going to get rolled out to 100+ million people? They say it's supposed to be, by the time June rolls around, it'll be 100 million vaccines given throughout the United States. I don't know. And I don't give a damn. All I care about, I'm focusing on my personal goals and my business goals and servicing the people on our platform. Not necessarily in that order, but just take care of yourself and everything else will take care of itself. And the more that you focus on the more you focus on what someone else is doing to get money, you simply don't understand what's going on in this business. This is a juggernaut. The speaking business right now is better than the stock market. And for all you crypto experts out there who trying to send me inboxes left and right through IG or through my LinkedIn right now, more power to you. But it's very, very shaky. The stock market is very, very shaky. You better know what you're doing if you're investing. But there are a lot of people that do know what they're doing, just like I know what I'm doing when it comes to real estate. Because I done flipped over 600 houses, made a lot of money for me and my real estate investment partners. But I don't even talk about that anymore because I don't care about the stock market or real estate. You know why? Because the ROI that a sales funnel can get you for $1 that you put into it, it can make you 5, 10x in your money. You show me something else right now that's more powerful than my sales funnel, and I'll put some money into it tomorrow. Other than that, I suggest you stay out of my inbox, shut up, have several seats somewhere, because I got facts. Focus on the facts of growing your speaker business. This is not a promise. This is a guarantee. If you got your business set up the right way, then don't talk to me if you haven't done the action items. Don't talk to me if you haven't created your speaker info kit and your sales tools. I don't want to hear it. See, if you've done that, move on to the next stage. Listen, take some advice from your speaker coach. You are going to literally see me talk less this year. You want to try me? Okay. I'm going to talk less, and I'm going to rely more on video. I'm going to rely on our platform more. I'm going to rely more on technology because it's a proven fact that the technology is more efficient than I ever could be individually. And that's a fact. And I had to come to a hard realization at the end of last year. Sometimes I'm slow, but when I get it, I get it. I suggest you do the same. Don't focus on anything else but what you got right in front of you right now. If you got past your signature programs, great for you. If you got past your speaker info kit, great for you. But if you haven't created this stuff, or if you have created it, send it to me so I can give you some critiques and then move to the next stage because it's waiting for you. challenges and difficulties. See, the human condition, we're really not satisfied or we're really not happy unless we have challenges. So I suggest you stay in a mode where you're very uncomfortable, because the rewards that you're going to receive after enduring another year of sacrificing. Because if you're still talking to me about the same thing in 2022, you really haven't advanced a lot. I'm going to be talking to you about something totally different. I know what my personal goals are for the top of the year. How about you? We sent out an email. It's called a solution for your New Year's resolution. If you didn't see it, you should go back and check it out in your inbox. I think Austin sent it out last year. I wrote an email called, I have a solution for your New Year's resolution. Stop talking so much and get involved. The world of professional speaking is explosive. It's profitable. It's going to create exponential growth. Technology is creating more millionaires than ever before in the history of our existence. Right now, in the history of business, is the best time to be an entrepreneur. And you have people opening businesses every single day, and they are committing to a system of predictability and consistency. That's what we want to offer you on the Speaker Focus platform. We got nothing but great things coming for you. We got great things coming to you. Our platform is forever growing, and we are going to make some improvements. You will have all new video modules upgraded by January the 15th. I am simplifying some processes. I'm upgrading some things to make the learning experience even better than what it is right now. That's not a promise. That's a fact. That's a guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of CTO, Chief Technical Officer Auston Troyer, and on behalf of the rest of the staff at Speaker Focus, I am Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of Speaker Focus. I want to thank you for helping us grow in 2020 and for continuing to take us above and beyond where it is that any two people are even deserve or blessed to be in a position to have people like you on our platform. We really, really, truly appreciate you. Don't give up. Do not let the pandemic or life get you down. Learn something new. Get your eyeballs situated on something brand new. The only way you're going to motivate or inspire yourself is to focus on new information. We have plenty of it, more than you can handle on the Speaker Focus platform. Do not give up on yourself. The blessing is waiting for you right around the corner. Your dream, it's possible for you to live it. I am proof that if you don't give up, if you stay in it for the long haul, if you go through another year of growth, you will be in a situation where you'll be able to grow far beyond your current capabilities. So I'm respectfully requesting you to hang in there and keep doing what it is that you're designed to do. Wayne, thank you so much as well, brother. And for the rest of you, on behalf of the staff for speakerfocus.com, continue to move on and make your 2021 everything that you want it to be. We are surely here to help you in any way we can. I love you, and I'll be talking to you real soon.